Hello, good morning. Happy Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday today. Hello, Xanax. How are you doing today? All right, so yesterday we deployed the course out to the LMS. So we got the videos uploaded, we got the courses added into the LMS itself. I, as an admin or an author, can see the courses, but unfortunately, the anybody who is a learner cannot. So we need to figure out what's going on with that. So I'm thinking maybe first is if we can see if we can boot up the LMS locally and see if we can recreate it there. And I don't remember. It's been a long time since we've done that, so let's go. Let's try to figure that out. All right. First of all, do I have a Docker like a compose file? I have a Docker file. I don't have like a infrastructure or anything else like that. The Docker file is interesting. One would think that I would have had a compose file too, to bring up like multiple things, like a database and something else. But I guess I didn't, or I put it somewhere else, which that could have been too. I suppose I can also boot it up locally and point it at production, but I'm not sure I want to do that. Okay, so we do have a .env. I kind of want to look at what the contents of that is out here. So let's just open up normal terminal. Yeah, okay, so that's a GraphQL URI is going to localhost. So I'm definitely having that be localhost. Okay, that means I have database stuff somewhere else, which I think. Oh, I think I had like an infrastructure. Oh, I had this, then database. Okay, so if I do Docker, so this brings up a database, and it brings up localhost there. Okay, got it. That role root does not exist. I vaguely remember. I get that because I haven't created, I believe, a root database. But something is like trying to connect to it on root, something like that. Oh, I must have a health check on this, and it must like wait a really long time before it tries to create the GraphQL container, which is Not fun. Oh, no, I see. Database dev, updating crates. That's gonna take a while. And it probably needs to wait for all those other things to do their stuff. This is the fun part of development, right? Of like running a command and then waiting to see whether or not it succeeds or not, but it takes a really long time because it has to update all the stuff inside and like recompile stuff. Okay, so there was database dev API. Art Winin, hello. How are you doing today? You're great. You're doing great. Exciting day full of OpenSSL and PKI stuff. Are you are you getting into security or is it just like working on like that's the task today, security stuff. All right. You should be running now. Okay, so I should be able to okay, what. Okay, so my 8081. I have okay, so I have port 8081 running working for this. 8081. So here's localhost. This should be showing just basic stuff. What do I have in here? So like list LMS courses. Um, yep, here's a bunch of test things that we don't see in production. So perfect. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good today. Sort of sad that yesterday everything didn't work perfectly the first try. But of course, I had tested things out and forgot to test recently with learners, and I don't think I have tests in production yet. So that would do it. That would cause problems. You're a DevOps guy doing PKI stuff today for a secure HashiCorp stack setup. Nice. Nothing as fun as front end as using Rust though. It's Rust in the front end is fun when your day job is not that. I don't know how it would feel if like your day job was doing that too. I guess like then on streams I would probably want to find something else to work on. But luckily I don't have to work on the exact same thing in both places. You would leave immediately. You don't want to work on any front end, right? You like the DevOps. DevOps is good though. Get that DevOps is so important. All right. So we have this. I guess what we can do is I want to see, do we have any article? Well, actually, let's just, can I log in? I probably have to use, uh, oh, I need to spin up the actual LMS. That was that part. Now, we should be able to do a trunk serve. You like writing stuff, just not front end and you. For now, there are a lot easier ways to achieve things. That is true. You is like the React of the front of the Rust front end world, and it's proving to be a little bit more stuff you have to do, a little bit heavier. I'm not sure if heavier is the right word than some of the others. I need to like play around with them though to sort of like get a good solid feeling for them. Okay, server listening on port 8082. Let's open that in Firefox Dev Edition. All right, so let's log in. Right, I need a test user. Do I remember what my test user was yesterday? Apparently, I did. Okay, so good morning, Unreal Realities. How are you doing today? Have I done anything with leptos before? No, I haven't. It's my goal. So my what I want to do, and it would be amazing if I could if this works out the way I'm like planning for it to work out, is basically turn everything that I do into like building courses. So it's like, hey, I want to take a look at leptos. Let's build a course on leptos. So I'm going to first learn it and then build a course on it. Things like that. I think that would be a lot of fun, and hopefully I can provide some value with that too. All right, so courses. We have it doesn't work for any of them. So if we just open up here, that course. Ooh, I don't own any of these courses, right? You have two preview articles. Okay, is there any courses? Missing user info. Okay, this course has a okay. This one has a paid one, so I need to own course 6. So whatever user ID this is that I have in dev. Oh, you missing user info. Right. So I need to. So I have this working in production, but I don't have this working in dev. So this is a inherent problem with. Oh, what is it called? Auth0. There's an inherent problem with Auth0. Auth0 allows me to have like a middleware that runs. So every time that you log in, every time you do any kind of like login type action, it reaches out into using GraphQL and basically says, hey, this user logged in, here's their user information. And so it does an upsert to the database, which is great. Perfect. But I can't get that working locally. So I have to use Auth0, but I can't say like, hey, Auth0, connect to my local host. It can't figure that out. So I would need to spin up another database and then have that be for local dev, uh, which is not great. The other fun part of that would be I don't have the ability to like simulate Auth0 right now. I haven't figured out how I would do that. So I need to manually add this in. So we need to do an insert. Let's see, do mutation. Do create user because I created this user yesterday. Okay, so I want to do an insert. It's not insert. Oh, I'm not anybody in here. But if I become a admin, I can now insert users. Let's insert users 1. object. I wish that I could get autocomplete here where I can do something like, command L or command dot or control dot or something like that. But it oh, wait. Control I actually gives me the list of things in here. Nice. Okay. So I need that to match up, which means I need to over here. Do I have auth0? I don't have auth0 as a tab. Okay. We are gonna. Oh wait, no, that's not auth0. Yes, where's my login? Again. All right. I had 6 daily active users yesterday in auth0. That's the most we've had so far. Of course, like I haven't actually had a reason for people to use it yet. That's also a thing. All right, user management. I want to go find users. Okay, so there's that user. I want to get the auth0 ID that it assigned this user. If you've never played with it, it looks something like that. Okay, so there's that. Figured out will be said. Oh, email. So in this case, it is test at alienator.com. I think that will auto come up with false. I don't know how much these are that I actually have to have. So we could have like name, nickname. Okay, so it's not nice that it's like this autocomplete thing is better than nothing, but it's there's a lot to be desired for it. Purchase courses. Okay, so I think role ID. I think this I don't actually know what each database obviously is going to be different. So I want roles. Give me the name and the ID. Oh, it's upset at this one because it's not complete. Oh, this doesn't have like infected rows or something? Oh, that's too bad. Why am I getting all this stuff back? Okay, so insert LMS course 1. So I need that. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. I want to look at second to the bottom. So that's the create. This is the create user. just give me the ID back and the name. Oh, I lost the roles. That's why. Okay, let's get rid of all of you. Okay, so for a learner, I want 1. So role ID will be 1. So does that work? Add, oh, I want a picture. Okay, so I need a picture. Um, there's like a, oh, what's one of those? Is there like a service where you can get a picture and it's just a random little cat? That'd be perfect. Otherwise, I'm just gonna give it Google. Email verified. Needs all the things. Okay. Yeah, Faker Image API. That would be nice. Is that actually one that exists? All right, so you're ID 8. So now I want to. Okay, so now if I come back to here. Okay, now I have user information, so I can actually see that. I can read these preview articles. Uh, but okay, so I now need to own this course. So I need to give uh, user 8 access to course 6. All right, so we're going to do an insert. I think it's user courses. Okay, so well, if course ID is 6, user ID is 8. I think that's all I need to do. And then coming back, I want we'll just do that. Okay. Now, it was this one, right? Yeah, course is 6. Oh, but I'm not logged in anymore. There we go. Okay. So I own this course. Open you. Ooh, okay. So not able to replicate it locally. Interesting. Oh, there's an Unsplash API that can be used, but it needs a developer token. Okay, so I don't have one of those right now. So I can't obviously do it yet, but that would be really cool to create. I know somebody, one of my teachers, oh sorry, not one of my teachers. One of the teachers I worked with, he had all of his students upload, including himself. So he got a new cat, super cute kitten photos. He was taking like hundreds of photos in like the first month. And so he's like, you know what? We should get like this cat plus all of the other cats, and we should create our own like little API, little faker image API for the cat. And so that's what he did. Is it's just like you hit it and it returns a random it was a cat image for somebody in that class, which was perfect. That was amazing. I was thinking like we should do that. We can do like pets, like the Brooks builds pets. And then anytime you need an image for anything, you just like, hey, give me that. You can ask maybe for a dog or a cat, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so if you're working like this, that means dev is okay. So that um, I hate it when this happens because this means that there's a difference between dev and production. But I think this means that the problem isn't in the code. I think that there's a problem in the user in production because there's a few things that I can't really do, like with Auth0 and some other stuff locally that I can do in production. So there's probably something around that. That's my guess. So let's go and do this again. Now we're gonna do it on a real one. Oh, there's RoboHash. It's a free API that returns you drawn robot images. No token needed for that one. Oh, that's cool. It would be interesting. Like when I was teaching, I would basically use those free APIs uh for projects as like targets for projects. Okay, you need to learn how to use an API. You're going to create a Pokemon finder, or you're going to create I guess in this case, like, a little robot image thing. So basically, like, make it so that you just get it and display it, and practice that. And I'd always have people practice like 3 times because like the repetition is what's really important there. That would be a cool projects that we can have, is like just little projects that we throw into the LMS. We're like, okay, now create, like, we're gonna do a walkthrough of creating a robot, like a little thing that just draws a random robot to the screen. And really, this is a micro project that just teaches you a how to do an uh, API. And actually, it probably wouldn't be teach; it would probably be an assessment. All right. Okay, so I want to first off, these are working. So not logged in, I can read the preview articles just fine. I log in as learner, I preview, and I can still see the preview articles. I go here, I own the course, I can't see the course. First of all, is the course actually here? And it's just like not rendering. So those are all those. No, okay, so it's not even rendering. We are getting this Sentry error. I believe that it uses Sentry in production and not in devs. This is one of the things that it could cause problems with. Uh, then there's this. Then there's the cannot get CSS styles from text parent node, which is coming from Sentry. Which feels weird. Oh, wait, is this? Oh, yeah, so Sentry is attempting to get all the CSS styles from like whatever something. So we could try removing the broken function. In here, does that broken function happen? It does. Okay, locally I'm still getting all the Sentry stuff. Okay, so That's not the difference. What else could it be? We can look at the network and see. When I do a get to GraphQL, I send in the bearer token. Okay. This bearer token is like unique across each session. So every time you log in, you get a new token, you send that to GraphQL, and GraphQL just sort of figures out what you're allowed to have. And in response, we get all this stuff. So we get our courses, and we get the articles. So here's all the courses with like the long description and short description and all that fun stuff. Let's make this big. And then I have course articles in this. Okay, so the LMS courses. So we have Learn Axum. This is the live course. This is the course I own. Course articles. So preview is false. Content is null. Okay, so I'm getting nothing from the database. That's what it is. The database isn't giving it to me. Togglebit, rating with a party of 71. Welcome, 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 Togglebit. Welcome, Raiders. Togglebit, how was your stream today? What are you working on? Assuming you don't have to run right away. Also, welcome everybody. How are you all doing? How's your days going? Hello, supercuber. Hello, Scott B. Gotta head out. Gotta change your rear brakes on wife's Mini Cooper. It's kind of important to have brakes on a car. So, yeah, that could be good, or at least working brakes. All right. What we're working on today is I have an LMS. I have a learning, so it's a learning management system. It's something that I can deploy courses that I build on. I have a course that I put onto this LMS. I've had three people who are won a giveaway last night, and they are taking this course for free, and then gonna also hopefully give me feedback on it. And they went to go log into it, and it didn't work. None of it worked. It's like alpha software. It works locally, doesn't work remotely, which is the worst of the bugs. Some problem with a database or API or something like that. We think I'm getting closer. I'm circling in on the problem. But that's what today's stream is all about. Fixing this. Now the front end is written in Rust. Is specifically using a front end framework called U. It's not the latest version of U. It's U.20. U.21 came out like last week, the week before. So we have to figure this out. My database, I'm using Postgres, and I have a Hasura GraphQL front end sort of sitting between me and the database. And GraphQL, specifically Hasura, is pretty interesting. Arwen, can you buy it and give me feedback? I mean, yes, but I want to make sure it works first before I announce that anybody can buy it. So the idea is that I'm going to announce like an early access purchasable, and I'll probably do that I'll be doing these in like small groups to make sure that things are actually working as expected. And that value is being provided, because the last thing I want to do is like say, hey, give me your money, and then nothing works, because like then I feel terrible. and then you all get scammed, and that's not cool. I don't want to do that. So we just figured out that if you own the course, if you've purchased it, you don't get the course article. It comes back as null. So now I did verify that we're sending the right I'm sending the right data out to here. So if I do authorization, oh wait, it's like X, what is it called? Oh, I'm using authorization. Okay, so if I use authorization and I just throw this straight in here, cannot convert value in record byte string branch of sequence byte string or record byte string to byte string because the character at index 512 is value 8230, which is greater than 255. What? Interesting. Uh, Headers I don't think care about capitalization, but I could just double check. Okay, so I bet this is the problem. I bet something is going on. Hasura console is not able to reach your Hasura GraphQL engine instance. You should be able to. Oh wait, can you not because of this? The course doesn't seem to be live. Is that impacting anything? AKA if the course isn't live, it's not fetching the content type of logic. No, so live for the course means it's like a live course that we take together, and like that's what that means. Uh, so live doesn't mean like it's an, oh, you can now purchase it as it's under development. I haven't like figured out a better way of describing or like using a single word to describe like, okay, it's like a together course. It's like it's with other live people and we can prove it because we'll all meet at the same time in Discord. Okay, so this seems to be a problem. Uh so wherever I got this token from is not cool with this. And so like I'm sending also like Xasur role learner. So I'm saying here's the role that I want to be. But it's the same problem, which is this. This is literally better when I don't have anything here. But if I'm not an admin and I'm not a user, then I am essentially nothing. I can create an account, I can get a bunch of stuff, and I don't think that this one would work. Like if I try this again, it's going to say, "Hey, that doesn't exist." So I need to figure out what happened to this. Now we're on 2.18.0. This has updated. I wonder if something happened to the tokens that I'm getting back. Yeah, I should probably do this. Take this token. What is it? It's like a jot.io. All right, what do you have in here? So encoded, you are that. Okay, so I see a payload, and then I see a bunch of not cool stuff that doesn't know how to render. That would seem to do it. Huh, weird. Definitely invalid signature. Warning, looks like your drop payload is not encoded correctly using base 64 URL. If it was working before and it's not working now, that must mean that something changed. This is being set, so the payload is being set in auth0. Why would that? Okay, can I go to actions, library, custom? Okay, so we have sync. Oh, there's two of these. I've got my Hasura action and I've got my sync users one. So my Hasura action, okay, sets up all the data that goes into this custom claim and puts it in there. And it's been working. So I guess let's look at the user info. So one of the things, we get a user info, which gives us back like this stuff. So, okay, we can see like Hasura has their claims. I'm a learner. All that seems fine. Where do I go to get the token? Oh, I get it back from the URL. That's what it is. Okay, wait, I think I can. I think I stuff it into a cookie. So I have auth state and I have my cookie. There's my auth token. I have 3 auth tokens. Feels weird. That's definitely not a bearer token. Oh, I could decode the jot. Interesting. Is that? Okay, so I should be able to, from this, do query get courses with articles. I want courses. Actually, I don't know if I would be able to. I need to figure out what the right query is. That doesn't seem right. Maybe this one? Excuse me. I have my wife's phone down here, and so that we get lots of rings. Okay. What do I want to do? I want to grab this. Copy you. Throw you in there. That looks a little bit better. Okay, different error. Could not verify jot invalid number of parts. Expected 3. Go on. It's not. Okay, so this isn't the jot token either. So maybe this one. No, same problem. Okay. Oh, it could be that the jot is all 3. Oh yeah, I could see that. The auth token itself is yeah. Okay. If I copy you, are you all 3 together? Ooh, that worked. Okay, and there's the separations with the dot. Okay. So that worked. So I want to be able to get courses. Get course of articles. So give me the LMS courses. I guess give me the name, title. Then give me the course articles. Let me know if it's preview or not. Give me the article title, its ID, and then content. I want its ID and content. Okay, so we have a bunch of these that are true in preview. Oh yeah, plus all those. So I want to say for course articles. No, I guess for courses, I want to where the ID is equal to 6. Ooh, okay. I can get it from the course. Okay, so I can see these now. Wait, this is local. Where's my... Oh, I went to here. Oh, I never went to remote for this. So I bet that if I take this and I go to my over here, no, I want my Hasura. Okay, headers, take off your admin secret. I want authorization. Put that in there. I want the X Hasura role, and that's going to be a learner. I think it was course 4. Hi, come on in. Oh, I get content null. Still get content null. Okay. So that's on the real one is showing content null. So you are upset in here in the real Hasura. Sibyl, you wanna hang out? Hi, come on. He might come over here. Come on. Let me see if I can grab him. All right, got cat. Although he doesn't want to be held. Okay, so local Hasura is working. This is working just fine. If remote Hasura is not working, it I wonder if it's because it doesn't have the ability to decode the JOT tokens. Okay, so I see that it's a token valid. Okay, so it knows how to read that. It sees that I'm logged in as a learner. Everything seems fine as far as I can tell. So let's see. What role is there a way for me to tell the role that it really thinks that I come in as? I guess like the next question. So I've got this actually shows me this stuff. Now, if I run that exact same thing on the Hasura that I have deployed, I get nulls. If I put myself back in as a author, I can see the articles. So it's not like a joining the articles to the course problem. It has something to do with if you're a learner. What if I make you a lowercase l? Your requested role is not in the allowed rules. Okay, so I want you to be a learner. That suddenly becomes null. Okay. There's logic that we have. For allowing you to get certain things. So maybe the problem isn't there. Yeah, it might be something off with the permissions for the role that I have that's a difference between dev and production. So, LMS core. Okay, so we have LMS courses, LMS articles, uh, LMS core. All right. So if we start with LMS articles, is where no article content is where the actual content is. So here's this markdown that we have. It's very like sort of simple. And I link that into an article. I don't remember off the top of my head why I chose to do that. I had a reason for it at some point in time, and I didn't document it down. So article content, we have permissions. So An admin can select, an author can maybe insert, and can select, and a learner can select some. So if we go into that, a learner can select if preview is true. An admin can, okay, an author can select everything. Well, that seems like a problem. I think we found the problem. Okay, um, why am I actually getting it though? Why do I see the course articles when I own it? Okay, public can see it when it's true. Learner can see it when preview is true. Author and admin can always see it. Oh, that's the reason why I had it separately, so that I can do different permission checks. That's what it was. Why does this work locally? I'm a learner. Preview is false. I can get the content. Preview is true. I can get the content. If I remove this, preview is false and I still get the content. Okay. That is confusing. I think that the permissions are working on production and they're not working locally. It said it was having trouble connecting to the database before. Is that still true? I think it's fine. Okay, so I need to figure out what is going on. Why do I have a difference here? All right, let me also take a look at the permissions that I have in production Hasura. I need to become a super admin again. Okay, so data. We're looking at article content, permissions, learner. Okay, so yeah, preview equals true. So it's the exact same thing. I wonder if this was one of those things where it's like, I'll come back to it and I'll get this later, but it's gonna be a long time before I have a course to sell. It's probably that sounds like something I would do. So I want with custom checks, so do an or. So an or, the article, I want or article preview. So columns, title, content ID, ID created at, course articles. Because it's course articles. Course articles preview is true. So equal to true. So it's or that, right? So like one or two of the both are true. So I want that. Go to article, go to course articles, go to course, user courses. I think that's if it exists, right? So if course user courses exists, that means you own it. Oh, user courses where user ID is equal to Hasura user ID. Am I missing that? So if I do that, so I just updated this in production using the GUI, which is a test thing that normally you wouldn't do unless you had no active real users that have paid anything for it. Which I do, which I just happen to have, so I'm happy about that. All right, let's refresh, log in. Our database has been reset up. There's an error getting courses. Ooh, okay, so it's not great right away. I broke permissions to get the course content, I think. So if I look at network, post to GraphQL, response, errors. Invalid input syntax for type integer. And then it's my auth0 ID. So in permissions, I had said where the users, okay, so learner select, row select, so allow learner to select rows. So I have it as an or, where so either the course article, the preview is true, or the article course articles course exists where the user ID is that. Okay, so I need where users the 0 ID is equal to that. Albert Larson, hello. How are you doing today? Ooh, no error. Hey, look at that. Okay, I think I fixed it temporarily. Um Albert or Unreal, if you're still here, do you mind logging in and trying to access the course? I think that it's working now. And if it is, I know exactly what is going on, and it's really okay. I know what's going on in production. I don't know why I have access to it in uh in dev, like locally. I don't know what's going on with that. That seems more weird. You like that the message is green? Yeah, I have success messages as green, and I have errors as red. I can put this into Discord too. I think I fixed the problem. Uh, viewing the articles. Can one of you log into the LMS and try it? Oh, the error retrieving courses was green. Okay, so I did it backwards. Yeah, it's supposed to be red. I have an alert system, so like I have an alert manager and or alert component, and if I pass in and like the an enum of like what type it is, error, and I think the default is green because it's a message, and so I think I did that one, and it was like I should probably have like multiple types for this, uh, but of course it I forgot to ever go back and update that, like to say, hey, now you're in error. I should probably do that sometime. Think if I fix the problem, can one of you log into the LMS and try it out? And then I should give the URL of where the LMS is. It's learning.brooksbuilds.com. I think you should leave it as is. Just add the "everything is fine" meme to it. Yeah, that that would be funny. It's like everything's fine, and then just burning everything. It works for you. Excellent. Okay, so here's what the problem was. Here's the problem is, and I need to fix it in a more permanent way, right? So I do have proper DevOps set up for this. I have a whenever I do a deploy to the database stuff, which is separate from the actual like front end code, it attempts to it will overwrite all the permissions and the properties and everything else. So the next time I do a deploy there, it will break everything unless I actually fix it in code. So we're not done yet, but we know. Oh, the purchased access banner is still present. Is that the same for me? Oh yeah, look at that. Purchased access banner. Okay. Um, that's a separate thing, isn't it? Or not? Oh, I wonder. You're checking to see if you own it, but it knows that you own it. Purchase multiple times. Support the streamer. Come on. Yeah, I mean that's the point of purchasing is that you don't get sold on it multiple times. Um, where is this coming from? This is obviously in code, and it's checking. I bet we could find it. I ran this over here on the right. I don't want to do that anymore. I want. Oh, can I swap? It's like pane H. Change focus, close. Can't swap, but I can move you over there. There we go. Now, where am I? Get out. I'm in root. Okay, that's not great. I want to go to code, books builds, LMS. Okay, here's a lot better. So I want to, let's see. I want to search, so global search for purchased access. Do I have to do purchase to access? Because you're not, I think that purchase to access is it's in the component library, which is separate. Drago, welcome with the raid. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello Drago, how was your stream? What are you working on today? Yeah, we're debugging, and so I was like, okay, I'm in that mindset today. But how was your stream? What are you working on today? Now if I refresh this, it's not like that causes it to be better, right? Yeah, same thing. Still exists. Are you working with methods in Java? Oh, right. You've been working in Java type stuff recently. How are you enjoying it? All right. I want source. What? This is like, it's like content? Nope. Article? Course articles. I think that's like a list of all of them. Course access article. I think that might be it. So a lot of stuff in here. You find Java a bit pedant sometimes, but it's your fault since Python, which was much more light. Wait, how is it your fault that you find Java a bit more pedantic? Which I think it's perfectly fine to just find it pedantic regardless. I spy a a small problem. Apparently, nobody ever gets access. Ever. If that's Telescope, you can just live grep for the components text. Yeah, I think the problem is that the components text was actually in a different repo because I it's in a different repo because I have a component library that's like a separate thing that I pull in. Should started with a programming. I assume you mean like programming language and stick with it. I don't know. I think there's a lot of benefit to exposing yourself decently early to multiple languages. So I think it's fine to like be exposed to Python and Java, while at the same time. And I think it's fine to have opinions on this. I think that after you get like three languages, I think you'll start having more. I think that will be more interesting. Like that'll be more. It'll be more of like, oh, okay, I think I understand why Java did that now, because like this third language does it like completely differently, and now it makes everything weird. And then it's sort of like, do you play games? Uh, we're on Twitch, so we can use game metaphors for this, or similes, or something. Uh, so think of like League of Legends or StarCraft or any of those like competitive games where you choose like you choose a character and you main that character, right? Like that's our main character. But there is benefit to playing the other characters every once in a while because you just get a better feel for the game in general, like how the game works. Also, you learn how your opponents work. You don't generally program like against other programming languages, but you learn more about programming when you program with those other languages, and then you can bring those lessons back to your main language. So that's you thought you made a mistake, but thanks for help. Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's I think that's the key here is that you can learn another language and then learn lessons from that and then bring it back and say, "Ooh, if I could do something like that in Python and it like improves your experience by like, 20%, 10%, 80%, who knows?" Okay, so apparently I didn't like get to the point where like I just wrote this in as like a hard coded false, um, just to get it done quickly, and then didn't actually write the logic to choose whether or not we have access to the course. So I need to basically create a function or something that gives like that figures that out for me. Now I have access to the store, which is our main store, and so we can go and take a look at that. In our main store, I have the courses, which are hash map. And in course, so it makes me wonder if I can like just get access to this here. Oh, I can put something on heading out for a walk. Well, thank you again, Drago, for the raid, and have a good walk. Some languages have quality of life stuff that you can then find in your main language. That's a huge one. Especially like if you find something that your language doesn't have, then maybe you can find like a library or something. Or just sometimes it's like, okay, I'm going to create a library myself to like help out with that because this is amazing. I've been missing this the entire time. Which usually I feel when I like, okay, I'm going to program a little tiny bit in C. It's like, oh, why do I forgot that we don't have strings. We have a array of characters. All right, time for libraries. Sani Sensei, hello. How are you doing today? I bet we can do a function in here, like just like these. Own course. Oh, look at this. Own course. I already have this under the user, and it's going to return a boolean. Okay. Do I have access to the store? So here's the store. So I have access to the store right here. So I should be able to do store.ownCourse. Okay, so if blah blah blah, I'm all still in the same component. So here's this. So I think that I should be able to do store dot own course. Oh, I need the course ID. If let some article equals the course, so I do have this ID there. It didn't yell at me. You can get style points for saying that dot length is O of 1 because it's a prop as opposed to being a method in other languages during an interview. Oh yeah, so like knowing that kind of stuff, oh man, it shows a lot when a candidate has exposure to other languages versus like super deep in one language. Sandy, you're doing great. Great. Awesome. Oh, O1 in JavaScript. Yeah, because it is just a property and it's updated constantly. Okay, so I think that this would work. Now, it was working beforehand. Oh, but here. Okay, so login, courses. I own this course now. Bam. I don't have the thing anymore. And then you I like kind of so just to double check. Purchase to access. Nope. Where's my undo? There it is. And gone. Okay. I think I'm good. I think I fixed that part now. Let's see. Ninjatron, hello, good morning. Is this site all Rust? Via you, you're assuming? Yes, it is indeed. Use it is. Yeah, so this is U 0.20. 0.21 came out. I haven't looked at it yet. So I have no clue how much of breaking. Apparently there's some breaking in it. But I don't know how much. Okay, so this was a fairly simple fix in here. So now I'm doing this just in main. Let's hit switch. Let's do this properly. So I'm going to create a fixing let's see. Asking, okay, so fix asking for payment. Okay. So we're going to get commit. This is if we own the course, we don't ask to purchase the course when viewing an article. That way it'll still show up there if you're viewing a preview. It's like if you don't own it but you're viewing a preview, it's like, hey, you want to buy it? It's kind of like, you know, feels more appropriate. All right, so I need to push -u. This is fix. Oh, origin. Fix asking for payment. And then we have all this stuff. So this will be a deploy. And then we'll go ahead and sort of see what's we'll see if that fixes it. These can take a while. GitHub Actions, I don't pay for it. I set up a custom runner for my day job with GitHub Actions. It costs money to do, but it can make things so much faster. How how is this pop-up shell called? This is a Zellage window. So I'm using, so this entire thing is Zellage all together. And then I can do a control P W, and then that makes that pop-up window show up or not. And I can even create multiple of them, which is really cool. Or I can move it around. All right, that's resizing it. I want H. I can move it around. All right, well, this deploy will probably take me a while. So it basically compiles everything into production mode, verifies that it's all working, that there's no errors, it checks Clippy and cargo and the formatting and all that stuff. And I do that, so that's on the push. Then I do a pull request. I think it does it again. And then I do a an actual like deploy, and it does it majorly then. Also marks a release in Sentry. But okay, so we did that. So GitHub PR create. So this is now fix the, I guess like fixed fixed users or learners really. So learners seen purchase button when reading a course they own. Oh, does that just work? Oh, no, never mind. It just takes a little while for it to spin up. So now it does it again. Now part of the pull request. So once this passes, I'll be able to merge that into the main branch. And then that won't deploy it automatically when I push that up. I've actually have it set up that I need to create a release in GitHub, and then that automatically sends it all up. So that way I can basically have main ready to go for like actually pushing everything up. I want main to be like always deployable at the point in time, and then I can deploy on my own schedule with a release. Something I've been like really trying to figure out how to do is separate deployments from releases. Thank you. Good job on the DevOps setup. I actually built a CLI tool that generates GitHub action config files for Go projects. Nice. I often just like do it again every time that I set it up, partially because like I really want to like get it ingrained, and I want to like every time I do it I run into some like slightly different mistake that I do. I keep on top of technology. All right, cool. So this was me creating the PR. So now everything passed. So GitHub PR merge. I just been doing merge commits. I know that sometimes it's really helpful to do like the squash and merge, but it's just me solo. I'm okay with like seeing the history of all the different branches. Okay, so GitHub run another one. So they're okay. Last one for going in. All of these are like protections because I don't trust myself not to like just do, oh, I'm in main branch, this will be fine, and then like go ahead and like do a just like a quick commit. And because I'm the owner of the repo, I even if I like set stuff up in GitHub, like I've noticed that I can just ignore that and just still push. And it's like, well, you know, we should build our tools to not trust us because I don't trust me. And that's the entire point of DevOps, right? He's like, don't trust us. Have the computer do all the things for us. All right. I don't know how long this is going to take. And then the other thing that they need to do, and then this might be, don't trust everyone, and even the computer. At some point, you do have to trust something. I mean, we have to trust the computer probably more than we trust us, but that's like not completely, right? Oh, these are GitHub actions. One of my actions is using an old node, I guess. Or actions toolchain is using an old node. That's interesting. Uh, that's something that I'm not super great at, is like going through and like re-upping all of my stuff. Like I should probably like set up Google Dependabot to like look through all these things like, hey, you've got old stuff. You should update that. In German, we say trust is great, but verifying is better. Yeah, we have that saying too. I think it's just literally you can hear people say like trust but verify, and I'm really big on that. Like you can have really good teams from very from the beginning, like almost. If you just have everybody is able to trust but verify with each other, you can build some amazing teams. Okay, so we have that. I just did the merge. We that works. So now I can do a GitHub release create. So I have 002. So this will be 003 v 0.0.3. When I actually like have someone paying for using this, I'll probably do that as a 1.0. Title. So this is fixing bug where users always see fixing bug where users always see purchase course button. I'll write my own. Okay, so this is fixed a bug where users would always see the course, the purchase course button, regardless if they have purchased the course or not. Not a pre-release, publish release. Okay, GitHub run watch. Now, this creates two of these, and I haven't figured that out yet. I've been trying to like play around with, okay, I want the published one. I thought I had that. But I think this is the one that does the actual deploy to production now. Which editor am I using? I'm using something called Helix. Let me see if I can find it. Helix editor. Yeah, so think of it like a alternative to Vim, but it's rewritten in Rust and it's like in beta. So it doesn't have all the features that we want it to have, but it's pretty solid and it works surprisingly well. Art went in. Oh wow, Rust has cargo deliver that works with Go releaser. That's awesome. It means you can automate the release part away too. Ooh, nice. Um, Albert, you're using NVim currently. Yeah, we set up NVim and we were using it at the beginning of the year, and then we saw uh got Helix did a big update, and so we checked it out, and it was really nice. And the big thing that I like is the inline type system. And so NVim has the ability to do type system at the end of the line, but having it inline like this, it's almost exactly the same as VS Code, which is really, really, really awesome to me. Oh, I can't actually scroll up to watch the little graph. That's too bad. I should probably actually fix this. So that's the reason is I get these typings a little bit better. In NeoVim, did it have the big update? Did it have a big update recently? I know that the next big update is going to give it the ability to do inline type hints, but I haven't been paying attention to see whether or not that's happened. All right. Well, unfortunately, we don't get the cool graphics. Maybe I can make this bigger. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Deploying to production. So obviously the deploy to production is like this. That's slow because it now in all the other ones it also builds for production too. So like this one is the slowest because like in each step it builds for production, builds for production, builds for production, and then uploads to S3. I have to invalidate the cache too because I set up CloudFront to cache everything, including index to HTML, which is generally speaking not what you want to do. But it I get like 500, 5,000, 1,000, some large number of cache invalidations per month for free on CloudFront. So I figured, you know what? We'll just invalidate the cache here and then just cache everything, which is cheaper in the long run for me. Until I start like actually deploying multiple times a day, then it would probably run into problems. Do I know any good libraries for building CLIs in Rust, terminal UI things, and such specifically? Togglebit has been working on his CLI UI system. The, I would probably look into that. I don't. I think it's pretty. I think it's pretty close to working. He stopped streaming on it because he got it to the point where I think he was happy with it. I think there's a little tiny bits that he is working on it here and there. Um, what is it called again? Uh, oh, it's like something A. I would need I don't remember what it's called, unfortunately. Anathema. That's it. Okay, check that out. Now he just built it. Uh, he did a lot of it like on stream too. Uh, it's meant to be like a modern system for building like UI in the terminal, and it's supposed to be really friggin' fast. Uh, so I would say that would be my first choice. Like if I was to build one that I want like a complex terminal UI. If it wants to be like super simple and it's just like a CLI without a big UI thing, then I would probably just search for like CLI and just find something there. All right. I need to fix. Okay, so this is what LMS like fix warnings. Fix warnings in GitHub Actions. In LMS. All right. Doesn't look like he's tagged the recent version of it on crates.io. Oh, interesting. Um, are you on Togglebit's Discord? I think you can also just go to his Twitch page and do a like bang Discord, and I think it'll give you the Discord link. But he's fairly good at replying quickly, and there he's got a large community that also replies really quickly. They might sort of like help out or answer those questions, like why he hasn't done that. All right, I am running out of time. Usually I stop around 8:30 because I got to get ready for my day job. This is just it's the install prerequisites. It's got to install everything in release mode. Um, so I am going to leave this running, and it will deploy, and then I'll test it, and then I'll mention in the SQL course Discord page that has worked, and then the next streams will be working on making the change that I did to actually make the view work permanently. So that will be the next thing. Let's see. Oh, and thank you, Winnin, for we have our Discord here. Pigeon guided missile. Gotta love those Rust compile times. I know, especially when it's on a free Azure instance of unknown size because it's GitHub Actions, and it's uh oh look, okay, so it got those things done. Now it has to build it. That was all installing the prerequisites. Okay, that's fun. So that's things like installing trunk, installing Rust itself, like installing. There's a bunch of stuff it needs to install, which is not fun. And trunk in release mode is a beast. I should probably figure out some like pre-created system, which will be a little bit faster. But I haven't looked into that yet. All right. That all being said, I don't. Let's see. Who's talking about what stuff? Microsoft developer is doing C# applications right now. A walkthrough of a project. Um, Hedgen is learning how to do OS, how to create an operating system. Uh, and Kuvaman is back to doing actual programming. He was doing a lot of game dev and a lot of game playing because he due to Ludum Dare. Let's see if I get through the advertisements. Software and game development. Oh yeah, he's back to building his game, which is in Rust. And he's got like a level builder, and he's got other stuff. Let's go ahead and raid Kuviman. Oh, interesting. It doesn't show. Okay, it doesn't show me a list. I have to do it manually. Raid. I wish that it would auto fill in for me, like when I'm typing it out. I once accidentally raided the wrong channel, which was not fun. All right, raid to Kuviman. All right, everybody. This was it's just deploying right now. It's just finishing up. So, we should have it should be soon available to to see online. I think it just takes a couple seconds for the caches to finish going, but it should work for you within a couple seconds. So I'll test that out right after this. I am going to my day job. I will not be back later this afternoon. I am off this afternoon and tomorrow afternoon, so I'll be back streaming again tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Mountain Time. With that, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Oh, and great, no more banner. Perfect. We fixed it. We did a fix. Excellent. Thank you, Albert. And everybody, have a great rest of your day. Bye.